Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we will be talking about 6 common red flags in a dating relationship and recognizing habits that are potential red flags. We all know that while we are dating, when we are in that euphoric stage in that relationship, we do not we tend to ignore certain habits. We tend to ignore certain things that we shouldn't. And those things can turn around to haunt us tomorrow should that relationship end up in marriage. So it is very important to recognize habits that are red flags or habits that can potentially be red flags. And these red flags can indicate that you may be dating an abusive person. So it is very important we recognize those habits. But before we go ahead, if this is your first time here, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our amazing episodes. Also, we will appreciate your comments and experience on any of the topics that we share on this platform, because this platform is for us to educate ourselves, to share ideas and tips, experience that can potentially help somebody in their relationship, in their marriage. Also, go ahead and share the videos with your family and friends so it can bless them. And don't forget to give us thumbs up if you're getting value from these videos. Okay, let's move on to the habits that could be potential red flags. Before I start talking about those red flags in a dating relationship, I would like us to I would like to give a few points on why it is important to recognize this habit or these red flags. Number one, it is important to recognize it because when you recognize it and you take it to your partner, you may be helping him. Sometimes they may be exhibiting this attitude or this habit without even recognizing that they are exhibiting them. So bringing it to your partner's attention is very important to help him know or acknowledge that they have that kind of attitude. Number two, once you bring it to their attention, you have a conversation with it. So helping him or her, because abuse or these habits can be exhibited by the man or the woman. So number one, when you help them to recognize the attitude, the next thing that is important to do is to have a conversation about their habit and try to help them to navigate that, and especially to stop. Find ways to help them to stop it. It may be something inbuilt, something they have been doing for a while without even knowing. So your help to help them out of that is going to be very important. Number three, which I consider that is very important reason why we should recognize that, is that if you cannot change those habits, please walk out of that relationship, because this attitude, these red flags may be indicators of an abuser. It may indicate that your partner is a potential abusive person. And you do not want to end up in an abusive relationship. Or even if it is not, even if they are not abusive, you do not want to end up in an unhappy, unhealthy marriage tomorrow. So it is very important to recognize that so that you don't stay in an unhealthy relationship. And also so that tomorrow you don't end up in an unhealthy marriage and an unhappy marriage. So that is the key about it. The last point is the key. Now, that being said, let us get into the 6 red flags in a relationship. These are habits that we exhibit every day, but they may not appear apparent. But it's important that we look with a second eye to make sure that we are not missing anything, to make sure that we are having these conversations, making our relationship healthier. So the first one I want us to talk about is poor communication. When there is poor communication, how do you identify it? Poor communication is a potential. Poor or lack of communication is a potential red flag in a relationship. Because we all know that every relationship needs communication. If your partner is the one that does not want or is unwilling to have open, honest conversation, communication, then that is a problem. Because there is no relationship without communication. Relationship cannot be built without communication. Because communication is the way we express our needs, is the way we express our feelings, is the way we demand, we ask for things. I mean, there is no way, whether being verbal or being emotional communication, whatever form of communication, especially verbally, it's important because your partner cannot read your mind to know what is in your mind. And when it comes to marriage, it is so important that the couples are able to communicate their needs verbally. So if you are in a relationship, you are dating a man or a woman that don't that are not able or are not willing to have open, honest conversations, then you should bring that to their attention because that is something that is bothersome. You need to think about it because you cannot have a relationship without conversation. And in this same aspect, if you are with somebody that constantly shuts you down when you want to bring up a conversation, you want to communicate something to them, that is a potential red flag. For someone, for your partner to be shutting you down or finding a way to escape from conversation, from something that you're about to ask or communicate, is a potential red flag that they have a problem with communication. They have communication difficulty, and that is something that you want to tackle before it's too late. That's something you want to tackle before you ever move to the next stage of that relationship. If you know you want to spend the rest of your life with that person, you need to talk about that communication. They need to be able to communicate openly and freely with you without any problem. So poor or lack of communication in your relationship right now, if you're dating, is a sign, is a potential red flag. So you want to take care of that. Number two, red flag I want to talk about is common, or I'll say what, constant lies. Your partner is always lying to you. And the lies may be as little as things like where they were or where they are going to, and as big as they hide the fact that they have kids. They don't tell you that they have kids, or they call the kids their nephews or their nieces. That is a potential red flag. If you are dating someone who constantly lies, I mean, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. Okay, we all lie once in a while, here and there, for one reason or the other. And that's a fact. Everybody lies, right? For one reason or the other. But when it becomes a constant habit, a constant thing that you do every day, you are caught in lies, you say something, and before your partner realizes it's another thing, please, those are red flags. Because lies telling violates a core pillar in marriage of trust. Lies violate trust, and trust, we know that, is a strong pillar when it comes to marriage. It's one of the foundational principles in marriage. So if you are the type, if you are in a relationship that your partner constantly lies about stuff, then you want to start thinking about it and having that conversation. If they lie to you about where they are all the time, they lie to you about where they are going all the time, they lie to you about their finances, they lie to you about their identity. Some of them even lie about their identity in the sense that they don't tell you the real story about their families. Some lies and call their uncles to be their fathers because maybe they are rich or they want to show you some kind of thing. Some of them lie to the extent of even hiding the fact that they have children. You see them with kids and they tell you, oh, they are my nieces or my nephews. Listen, you want to think about that. If you notice these patterns of lies in your relationship, right now, have a conversation with your partner. That is very important. It builds a foundation of dishonesty, mistrust. And when there is no trust in a relationship, in marriage especially, there's bound to be serious problems. So lies telling, common lies telling, constant lies telling is a problem, is a red flag in a relationship. Please do not take it for granted. Do not ignore that. Number 3 thing I want us to talk about is constantly, your partner is the one that constantly belittles you. What I mean by belittles you is he constantly makes you feel as though you don't know what you're doing. Like he knows better than you. Like the feeling of he constantly makes you feel like you have low esteem, like you don't know what you're doing. So he constantly brings you, he or she constantly brings you down. When you bring an idea, he shuts you down or she shuts you down. Like, oh no, I have a better idea. Oh no, that doesn't feel right. Oh no, baby, let's do it this way. Your way is not, I don't feel your vibe. Every time he or she is the one that have to bring out or come up with the final suggestion, come up with the conclusion, give the idea. The best idea is always from him or her. That is constantly making you to feel like you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. That is a red flag. And that violates respect in marriage. It means that the person doesn't even respect you. They don't respect your opinion. They don't respect your views. So please, this particular one, most of the time, people in relationship, they don't look at it as anything. They're like, oh no, it's okay. I mean, he was just trying to give his he or she they were just trying to give their opinion on that. I think that's a good idea. They have a better idea about it. Please don't do that to yourself, because what you allow today is gonna haunt you tomorrow. So if you realize that your partner is constantly making you feel as though you don't know nothing, is constantly rejecting your proposal, is constantly shutting you down when you want to say something, it's constantly making you feel like, oh no, that's not worth it, please think about it. Think about it, because these things will affect your self-esteem, and your self-esteem is very important. When you start having low self-esteem in a relationship, it's not good. Talk less of marriage. And the reason we are talking about these things here to the people, to my single people out there, is because we want you to know and fix these things before you get in marriage. If they cannot be fixed, walk away from the relationship. Low self-esteem is dangerous. If you find someone or you are with somebody who always makes you feel like you are little, like you don't know nothing, who always makes you feel like you are inferior, please, that is not healthy. Think about it. So that is the third one. A partner who makes you feel, who belittles you, who puts you down all the time, is not good. That is a potential red flag. Number 4 thing I want us to talk about This one may appear funny, but if you are dating someone who says he or she don't have friends, please think twice. There is nobody on earth that doesn't have friends. Even if you have one, is a friend. I understand that there are some people that don't like to have so many friends. Some people are not out there. Some people are not that sociable. That is different. Some people guard their hearts. Some people are afraid to make so many friends because they are afraid of trouble. But that's a different thing. At least you find those people who have 2 or 3 good friends that they can call and talk to. But if you're dating somebody that you've realized that they don't have friends, they don't call anybody their friends, and they literally tell you that, hey, babe, I don't have friends. And you're with them, they mean it, and you realize that truly don't have friends. Excuse me. That is a big red flag. Let me tell you why it's a red flag. That attitude may indicate 1 or 2 things. Number one, it may indicate that that person cannot or is unable to keep a friendship, to keep a relationship. It may indicate that that person is not sociable. Sorry. The person is not sociable. The person cannot keep a relationship or is even unwilling to keep one. And also, this attitude will affect you because they become so dependent on you. Everything is all about you. It's not bad to be dependent on somebody, but when they become possessive, because that's an attitude. When somebody is like that, they say they don't have any other friend. Babe, I don't have any friends. I don't have nobody to talk to, only you. It means that 24/7, it is you. And again, another thing that attitude is not good is that you being somebody that you're sociable, you have friends, they may not understand why you have friends. They may not understand that you are telling them that I want to visit a friend tomorrow. Oh, babe, I'll be going to my friend so tomorrow because we have this hangout. We have girls hangout. We have boys hangout. They don't get it. They're like, what do you need them for? So that can be a very, very big problem in a relationship. If one person is out there, another person is totally shut down, that is a problem. Those are 2 characters that I don't know how they can meet. Okay, if you cannot handle that. So if you are dating someone who literally tells you that, babe, I don't have friends, you may want to start asking them why they don't have friends. They may have a good reason for that. And when they tell you whatever reason, try to get them to understand that it is important they have friends. Understand their perspective, why they don't have friends. Something may have happened, some traumatic experience may have happened. Then walk them through that and help them out of that. But if they literally tell you that, I don't have friends, I don't even want friends, I don't care about friends, all I want, I have you, that's it. Me and you, it's okay. Girl, that is not good. That is a potential red flag that it may affect you in marriage tomorrow, should you get married to that person. Because you both cannot live like an island. Everybody needs somebody. We all need each other. We need people around us. So saying that your partner or your partner has no friends, that is a potential red flag. You want to discuss about that so that it will not affect your relationship or your marriage tomorrow, should that relationship end up in marriage. Now, let's go. If you're getting value from this, please go ahead. Share this video to everyone, okay? Now, let's move to number 5. Number 5 is excessive jealousy. This is a red flag. Excessive jealousy and the tendency to want to control the other person. If your partner has that tendency of wanting to control you, being so jealous of everything you do, that is a red flag you don't want to miss. Now, I don't want us to get confused with he is jealous because he's scared of losing me. because some people mask that. Okay, when they say that they are being jealous, they are defending or trying to bring up excuses that, oh babe, it's because I don't want to lose you. I love you so much, I don't want to lose you. No, there is, I don't want to lose you jealousy different from the one that you're being so possessive, so excessive jealousy and being and wanting to control your partner. That is different. Love jealousy is normal. If you love somebody, you don't, you feel you want to protect the person for yourself. You want to possess the person, right? But it is different. If you are in a relationship that your partner is so jealous that even for you to go to the store without him or her is a problem, they constantly call you on the phone to check what you're doing, where you were yesterday, where you went to, who did you interact with, why did you interact with this person? Oh, I don't like you hanging out with this person is not a good person for you, this person takes you out. If you start having those things, they want to control your move, that is a red flag. In a relationship, you both have to be able to feel free. You should be able to call your partner and say, hey babe, I'm visiting my friend Sandra tomorrow. Hey, I'm going to Nicholas tomorrow. And if you do that, they begin to flare over. Why do you have to go there? Oh, no. Come on, let's spend time together. They don't want you to go anywhere, but just spend time with them. That is a red flag. And that particular one is a red flag for an abuser. An abusive person will have that tendency of that excessive jealousy, controlling habit. So beware of that. If your partner is always seeking to control you, seeking to know where you're going and how you should go there, with who you should be, refusing you to be with other people other than him or her, that is something you want to have a conversation about. We are number 5, right? So the last one, number 6, you don't support. If you are with a partner that doesn't support your dreams, doesn't support your vision, doesn't support your aspirations, and does not even support the relationship, that is a red flag. We all know from those who have watched the other videos that commitment is a core pillar in marriage. And that commitment comes with supporting each other. So if in the stage of dating, you are not able to support each other's dreams, because that is the time that you are building each other, you are helping each other to grow. As you guys are growing together in love and hopefully getting married. If at this stage of dating, you are not supporting my education, you are not supporting my ideas, my vision, my dreams of what I want to be, my career dreams, you are not even supporting the relationship to move it to the next step, then what are you doing? That is a potential red flag. If you are with a partner, if you're dating someone, and that person, every time you talk about your dreams, they dampen it. Oh no, why do you want to do that? You say, hey babe, I think I want to be a lawyer. And they talk about the thing so much in a negative way. You say, oh babe, I want to be, I think I would like to be a nurse practitioner. I think I want to go to medical school. And they give you all the negative things about it and tell you reasons why you should not be. You may want to start thinking about it. And if you're in a relationship and you bring up things, ideas that can help build your relationship with that partner, and the person keeps bringing it down and looking at it is nothing, the person doesn't support your ideas of how to build that relationship, then that's a red flag. It may just indicate that they're not interested in moving the relationship to the next level. Or even if they move it to the next level, there will be difficulties in the marriage because they wouldn't want to support your dreams. because marriage relationship is all about commitment to each other and supporting each other. So if you are in a dating relationship that your partner does not support your vision, does not support your dreams, does not support the relationship, please think about it. That is a potential red flag you don't want to miss. That brings me to the end of this 6 potential red flags. And they are habits. So number 1, let me recap, a quick recap. Number 1, lack or poor communication. Number 2, I'm going to say it in any order, okay? It's not going to be in the same order that I have given it before. So just know that this 6 habits, and again, there are other habits that are potential red flags, but I didn't just discuss them here today. I just thought that the 6 ones were very important. Number 1, lack of communication or poor communication in that relationship from your partner. Number 2, constant lies. Your partner constantly lies to you. Number 3, constant belittling from your partner. Your partner constantly brings you down as though you know nothing to lower your self-esteem. Number 4, your partner doesn't have friends and literally tells you that I have no friends. That is a red flag. Number 5, they don't support your dreams. They don't support your aspirations, your career goals. They don't support nothing about you. And also, they don't even support the relationship. They don't support the ideas you bring to move the relationship further. Number 6, excessive jealousy and controlling attitude. Those are the 6 attitudes that are red flags that when you see or recognize in your relationship, please take the time and have a conversation about these habits with your partner, so that if you guys are eventually moving to the next level of this relationship, you trash others and see into it that it is seriously and effectively dealt with before you move to the next step of marriage. Because if you carry this from your relationship into marriage, thinking that they're going to change in marriage, my brother, my sister, they are not going to change. Habit becomes characters, and it is difficult to break. So if you recognize this attitude, you recognize these habits, these red flags, try to have a conversation with your partner about it. And if it doesn't change, please, my advice, walk away from that. Because you will be saving yourself unhappiness tomorrow. But if you think you can deal with it, which I strongly advise against, then go ahead. But be prepared to be in an unhappy, unhealthy marriage, which is something I don't want to advise for anybody. That is something I would not wish for my worst enemy, to be in an unhealthy and unhappy marriage. Do not do that. My advice to you, everybody, marriage is something that everybody wants. Everybody desires to have a blissful, happy marriage. And that should also be your dream. I am speaking to someone out there. If you are in a relationship, you're dating someone that is exhibiting these attitudes, please have a conversation about this so that you avoid future unforeseen circumstances. This is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I urge you to go ahead and do that. Watch other videos. We have a lot of videos that will help you in your relationship. That will give you 1 or 2 tips to navigate the issues you have in your relationship. My name is Soul Angel, and I am so happy to be hosting this. I am so happy to make this video to educate and help other marriages, because that is my passion. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Love you all.